hungry for it, man. You know I gotta get it. I hit the ground running. You know I gotta get it. I see that money coming. You know I gotta get it. I gotta get it, gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta get it. Whatever's necessary. You know I gotta get it. Bullshit is secondary. You know I gotta get it. They say we legendary. You know I gotta get it. I gotta get it, gotta get it. Yeah, I gotta get it.
What up, what up, what up? It's your homeboy Maul the Pimp, aka MTP, and welcome to another edition of the PIMPOHOLIC TV podcast. We got a very special guest in here. I've been knowing this guy about 7 or 8 years right here, man. R&B sensation right here. Grooving. I'm talking about grooving, bumping, real nice voice. And this is my guy right here. I'm talking about Mr. Urban Mystic. Welcome to PIMPOHOLIC TV, and how you doing, my guy?
Oh, man, doing good, my brother. Appreciate you having me. Good to see you, fam.
I appreciate you tuning in. How everything been going with you, man, so far? With all this corona and all this shit, man.
Yeah, man, it's been crazy for everybody, man. But through it all, man, we blessed, man. We blessed by the best. You know, we still here. You know, we still able to. We took a lot of this time here to, you know, a lot of much needed time with the family. You know, spending it at home and did some work here at the house, man. Working on a new project. Got a chance to work on my new album. So, you know, I looked at took the positive things out of the bad things that was going on. So, you know, it's all good over here.
Good to hear, good to hear. Let's go back to the beginning, brother. Let everybody know, man, where did Urban Mystic grow up at, man? Where you born and raised, man?
Oh, man, born and raised in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I grew up, spent a few of my years in Hollywood, Florida, but then I moved back to Fort Lauderdale, Florida when I was 15. But that's my home state, Fort Lauderdale, Broward County. Miami, played around down there a few times, you know, but Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, that's my home.
Right. All right, let's talk before the music, man. What was life like growing up for you in Fort Lauderdale?
Oh, man, life was pretty much always about music with me, man. I grew up in a musically inclined family. You know, my mom, she was the music director of my church. I grew up singing in the church choir. So, you know, that's where I get my roots from. And, you know, it was always about music, man. In school, in the streets, everybody always knew me as the dude with the big voice. They called me the little cat with the big voice. So, you know, I was always that around, man. And, you know, the youngest of 4 boys, my oldest brother, Po Boy, was a rapper here from Miami. You know, he was doing his thing back in 98, 99. And I was always in his rooms, going through his CDs and messing around. He took me in the studio with him one time, man, and he never really knew my passion for it. But when he took me in there and recorded me, man, we didn't leave out the studio. We stayed in there all night and still in there now. So, you know, it's love.
All right. Your dad was a pastor, right?
Yes. My dad was a minister. Yeah, my dad was the minister of my church. Man, grew up with it, had that strong background, man. Preacher kid in the building.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, now you started out doing stuff with your brother. When did you branch out on your own and start saying, all right, I want to take this serious and try to pursue it? How old was you when you did that right there?
Oh, man, when I got on my own, man, it was around the time, let's see, I did a Sprite commercial. Me and my brother, we was always together. You know, we was a team. We came in as a team. And we still is a team today, you know, and our thing was we just trying to win. Whatever the ticket is, we're going to get the ticket so we can win. And, you know, we went through so many trials, man. I did the first episode of Making of the Band that they did down here in Miami.
Okay, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, we did that. I did a Sprite commercial. I did a commercial for Sprite. This was the pre-Urban Mystic, before Urban Mystic. So, you know, a lot of things was being set in place and moved around during that time right before the big deal. But, man, you know, just staying busy, man. We stayed in these clubs, stayed on the street, stayed in the people facing it. You know, when they saw me, all we did was we gave them that good music. And, man, it paid off.
Did you have any releases before you signed, like in I guess underground EPs or albums or something like that before you signed your deal?
Man, I did me and my brother, we had a group that we formed called First Family. Okay. That's the name of the group, the First Family. And we never released the album on in stores or nothing because it wasn't online things back then. It was in stores. Right. But we made a whole lot of noise down here in Fort Lauderdale Broward County, man. A lot of the guys that's doing their thing today tell us when they see us, man, y'all was ones that got us started, man. We was following what y'all was doing, man. And, you know, we was just doing music, what we love to do. And, you know, we had a pretty good following behind us while we was doing it. So, you know, it all started right here from the muscle, man. Got it from the muscle.
All right, now around 2003, you signed your deal with Warner Brothers.
Yes.
Talk about what led up. I want this one. I want all the independent artists and everybody who's trying to come up. I want everybody to hear this story because everybody got their own story.
Right.
Talk about the grind that led up to the actual album signing. To the record deal signing. How did they hear about you? Was the buzz you created in the street, or did you have a relationship with an A&R? Did somebody walk you in? How did Warner Brothers hear about you for one? And then talk about, okay, go with that one. How did Warner Brothers even get wind of her missed? How did that come about?
I got to give a shout out to my sponsor, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Again, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Let me tell you all about the Chattanooga Cigar Club. The Chattanooga Cigar Club is Chattanooga's premier cigar and hookah lounge, open Thursday through Sunday with ladies free on Friday and live music up until 10 o'clock. Keep in mind, you can also rent the building for your own events from Sunday through Wednesday. Shout out to my guys, D. Scott and Kurt at the Chattanooga Cigar Club. For more information, log on to ChattanoogaCigarClub.com. Again, salute to my sponsor, the Chattanooga Cigar Club. Much love. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. You know, like I was saying, we did a lot of open mic nights, man. Different clubs around different cities, and just so happened during this particular time, we did an open mic night in Miami on South Beach, and man, we got seen by the club owner, the guy that owned the club that we was at, and he's actually the owner of my former record label, Sobe Entertainment.
Right.
And when he saw me that night, you know, he had already had his connections with Warner Brothers and the people in the industry, so he stepped to us and he brought the deal and the opportunity, man, and we was so ready, man. We was right off the back porch, man. We like, you know, first thing come, we rocking with it, you know. So as soon as he came with that, man, they had the money, they had the plan, the deal. So we just went with it. We was like, you know, this is it. And man, that was 2003, man. We signed that deal with Sobe, and man, we got on with Warner Brothers. They distributed that first album, but just doing it, man. We never expected to go to that particular open mic night. Like I said, we did hundreds of nights in clubs before that night, you know, but it was something special about that night, you know, and then, you know, it brought us to where we at today, that one night.
Now talk about this right here. You was just doing open mics. You was just, for the most part, in terms of nationwide, an unknown artist. You signed your record deal. How quick was it before you saw the lifestyle change? I mean, damn, motherfuckers know me now. Or damn, my financial situation changed. Now I got to move now. You know, how quick was it after you signed a record deal that you actually started to see the celebrity side of it? Oh
man, yeah, you know, it don't take long, man. You know, especially when you with a company as major as Warner Brothers. You know, where they got that money, that push behind you. You know, you up on billboards the next day. You know, so it happened real quick for me, man. I mean, we was riding around in the company vehicles that had my pictures all on it. You know, people was pulling us over on the side of the road, like, yo, I went to school with him, where you at? You know, it was crazy, man. You know, some people that knew where my mama stayed was coming to the house, knocking on the door.
I know how
like,
that
where he at? We know he got, you know, but it was cool. It was people that we messed with, so, you know, it was all good, man. But it definitely changed quick. You know, I tell any artist, you know, man, it's cool. You know, it's cool to get into it and run it, enjoy yourself, you know, because I was young, man. Like I said, I was 18 back then, you know, so 18, fresh off the back porch, man, some money, having some fun, no kids, man. It was all fun for me, you know, so, but I always encourage my artists today, man, I don't care how young you is, man, make sure your business, handle that business. Yeah. Because, you know, and if I go on and handle it now before a deal even get talked about, because once them kind of deals come on, man, it's easy to get sidetracked. You know, I had my big brother, you know, who helped me a lot. You know, he was in the music industry, so he had lawyers and attorneys that helped me a lot. But I see a lot of other artists, man, that just come into the game, man, they get that check, they go get them a chain, a car, a house, and it's done with. You know what I mean? they don't realize the business side of it, you know what I'm saying? So when you learn that business, man, you can sit around for a long time. We still here.
And I'm glad you said that, man, because like you said, a lot of artists, they come in, man, they get the upfront advance. You follow what I'm saying? They don't realize what they're signing for the most part. And they have no idea, especially in their early years, they have no idea what publishing is. They have no idea what copyright is.
Right.
Branding and ownership. What points off the album, splits, like they have no idea what it is until the upfront money is gone and you realize you don't have a royalty check coming in. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. And you know, I tell them a lot, you know, because I had to learn, you know what I'm saying? The companies, they spend that money, so it ain't like they giving you something. You know, I always relate back to the movie Cadillac Records when old boy tried to give him a Cadillac.
Yes.
And he told him, hey man, I don't borrow from the store, just pay me what you owe me. You know, and that was some G stuff right there for me, you know. So I took that and I take that and I pass them Jews on to my young cats, man. You know, this year we get this after we done got a couple houses. You know what I mean?
Right.
We ain't doing that off the signing bonus check, but you know, it's about working and grinding, man. That's what it's about.
Right.
What's up? I got to give a special shout out to my sponsor, the AM Group LLC. Let me tell y'all about the AM Group LLC. The AM Group LLC is an independent distribution company that offers essential services such as internet, home security, energy, identity protection, wireless, and more. Secure your homes and businesses. Get a free consultation from my homegirl, Miss Nori. Email the amgroupllc@gmail.com to schedule your appointment. You can also visit www.isnorinori.com. Click the services tab to check out all the deals that they offer. Salute to my sponsor, the AM Group LLC. Much love. Y'all go check them out. Yeah.
2004, your debut album, Ghetto Revelations hits. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Talk about the vibe, the feeling you got off. This is your first album nationwide. People know you now. You know what I'm saying? So what's the initial feeling right there? This is your first time right here.
Oh man, it was an amazing feeling, you know, to be able to walk into Walmart, you know, when they had the CDs on the stove and the racks in there, man, be able to walk in there and see my face on the cover, man, be able to buy my actual CD and look at the lady while I'm paying for it, and she like, hey, it's you, you know, that was amazing, man, you know, and then to be able to, you know, have my city behind me, so many people, my family and friends were so proud of me to see me, you know, that was a great feeling, man. Nothing can replace it.
Right. Now, you 2004 was Ghetto Revelations, but you didn't miss out of that. 2006, Ghetto Revelations 2. 2009,
yes,
Old School to New School. 2013, Love and Adventure. 2015, Soulful Classics. Albums back to back, consistent.
Yes.
What was your favorite one? What was your favorite one and why?
Man, I have to say, man, my first album is my favorite album still to the date, man. You know, that album, reason being because I had a lot of creative control on that album. I wrote a lot. I actually produced on that album as well. You know, so that album, you know, took care of the house at the same time, you know, but it gave me a lot to do and work on my craft and be able to present my talents and my gift to the world, as far as just getting writers and producers to come and do it for me. You know, it gave me an opportunity to see, you know, the world really, the fans really love what I can do, what I'm blessed with. So it was great, man. That's my favorite album. I love it to the day.
I want to piggyback off of something you just said. You said you had a lot of creative control. You know, you wrote a lot, you know, and produced a lot versus having writers and producers come in. Now now explain this right here from an R&B artist perspective. Like, how can I phrase this? When you're working on the album, do they tell you initially, and I'm asking this because I really don't, I got an idea, but I really don't know when it comes to this. They tell you initially, okay, the next album coming up, we're going to bring blah, 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 blah in. They're going to write the songs, you're just going to sing them. Or do they tell you, do your own thing, and then whatever you're lacking, we'll bring somebody in to cover the background? What is the initial process when you go and start working on a new album as an R&B artist?
Right, yeah. Well, you know, we usually go through the different channels of producers and writers. You know, of course, whoever the guy has to be matched with my sound, that soulful sound, that urban soulful sound, and you know, we play along with it and go around. I may write something and then I'll send my stuff to a heavy hitter writer, somebody who, you know, like Jason Boyd, who done wrote for Pooh Bear and Justin Bieber, these cats, you know, that's my boy. He helped me wrote on I Refuse. And, you know, these are guys that also help put the stuff where it need to be at right there for the industry level. So that's good. It's always good to do that. You know, once you done got to a certain point to where you can do it yourself, that's cool. But it's always good to reach out, get some insight from somebody out there been doing it professionally, like, because that's how the labels do it. They wanna make sure you on the same level. If you're a rapper, okay, the baby, the hottest thing right now, you need to be at least on that same type of level. So, you know, it's cool and we roll with it.
Have you ever had a song sent to you that was written by somebody else and you turned it down, and then another R&B artist picked it up, and then that motherfucker blew up, and you was like, man, damn.
Man, that honestly, that never happened to me, but that happened to me with another artist. But, you know, and it was actually the song that I just spoke of, man. It was crazy, and I didn't know it until I was performing in New York City one night, and we was at the convention center, and Chris Brown was on the show. And Chris Brown, I'm out there doing my thing on the stage, so I come back behind the stage. I pass his dressing room, and he in there humming, "What are the odds of me bumping into?" So I peeked my head in the room. He like, "Yo, what's up, man?" Hey, man. He brought me in the room. We hung out for a little minute, and he told me, he was like, "Man, Jason had came to the studio, man. This was one of the songs that he presented to us to work on, man, but it didn't make the cut." So I was like, "Hey, I'm glad it did make the cut."
Good looking out, yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was one of them songs, man. I Refuse was supposed to be for Chris Brown, but it wound up being for Urban Mystic.
I Refuse, produced by Scott Storch.
Yes, sir.
Scott Storch. How did that come together right there, man? Was it something that was sent to you, or did y'all get in the studio and y'all kind of built together? How did that happen?
Oh yeah, we built together, man. We got in the lab. Scott's real good friends with my former CEO, the record label, Soviet Entertainment. Right. So when we was working on the album, they immediately sent me over to Scott's studio and just told Scott to take me in and beat me up, you know, and he did just that. We went in there. We worked on numbers of records. Some of those records still ain't released to the day, man. That's smash records. But it was amazing, man, to be in there working with the legendary Scott Storch. Right. You know, I know he coming from Dr. Dre Studios and all these places. I'm like, man, this is that's what made me know it was real. When I'm in there with Scott Storch, I say, okay, I see what all my friends was running up to the house about now.
I want to talk about another singer, bro. I think this is your first one. Where Were You? Produced KG from Naughty by Nature.
Yes.
How the fuck did that happen, bro? You feel me?
Man.
KG can fly one out the group, so a lot of people might look at Trish and might look at Bennett, but KG played a major part of that group. How did that come together, bro? How did that come together?
Man, once again, you know what I'm saying, just being around the right people at the right time. You know, when that was another connect from Scott. Scott knew them boys up that way. And man, he hooked it up. He sent me, we went to New York. I didn't know where I was going or who I was going to meet up with. They flew me out to New York. We went up there and stayed for 2 weeks. I stayed at KG's house, man, and we just, man, we worked, we kicked it, we hung out, me, KG, and Jaheim. And that was he was Jaheim's artist back then. That was Jaheim's record label, Divine Mill.
Okay.
And man, so I was hanging out in New York with Jaheim and KG during that time, Joe, man, and it was amazing, you know. And when I came home, you know, and I'm letting my brother know, I'm like, yeah, I'm up there, man, with KG. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm R&B, you know, so I know hip hop, but you know, I ain't, like you said, we most used to Trek, you know, the other part of the group. So when I say, man, KG, my brother was like, you know who you was just with? I'm like, yeah, from the he DG say, man, KG do all their beats, man, they everything, man. So yeah, that was legendary, man, when I did that, man, working with, shouts out to KG, man, the whole Naughty by Nature.
Right, legendary. Now this other song, Main Squeeze, featuring Young Jock. You know what I'm saying? Main Squeeze featuring Young Jock, man.
Another one of my favorites.
Jock was hot as a motherfucker at one point, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was hot.
Yeah, man. That was his time right then doing it now.
Right, right. So, did you when you put Main Squeeze together, did you say to yourself, "I see Young Jock on here"? Or was it a label call? How did that come together?
I did, man. That one was a label call. Like I had actually wrote a rap. I wrote a rap for the song. I had did the whole song, and that's how I structured it. I had my rap at the beginning, then my verses and hook later. And when I brought it to the label, everybody was in there jamming and listening to it. You know, I'm just the artist, so I'm not thinking I just got signed. I ain't thinking, let me go get the hottest artist on my record. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. But that was the label call, man. They said, man, you know what? We're gonna get Young Jock on that part where you rapping it. And I was like, for real? They said, yeah, we're gonna call it get Young Jock. The way that I wrote my rap, they say I kind of was giving it that Young Jock Atlanta swag vibe.
Okay.
So they say we're gonna really put it on there. You did a good rendition of it, but we're gonna really get it for you. So they did that. I was happy with it. Young Jock did his thing too.
Salute, Jock.
Salute.
Now, well, a lot of people might not know Urban Mystic plays the piano also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he played the piano also, man.
Yeah,
so,
man. We on the keys.
Yeah, did that come from church right there? Or you kind of learned that later on in life.
Yeah, it came from church along, church and home. Like I say, my mom, she was the choir director of the church, so she always played the piano, the keyboard. We always had a piano or organ at my house. So, I grew up around that stuff night and day. They had to lock me in the room some nights because I wouldn't let them sleep, But that was my training, man. I came up on it.
Now, so you also wrote and produced on the album Love and Adventure. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you're doing that, I know we spoke about this earlier, but when you write and produce yourself versus having writers, do you feel better about that work because you wrote and produced it, or do it don't matter?
Oh yeah, man. I'm very musically inclined. I love music. I don't care who it or where it's coming from. Sometimes when music comes to me, I just look up the ground and be like, "Ooh, that was nice. You did something right there." But to me, I just like good music. But my music, I take it to heart. I take it personally because I write from the heart. I get it from the heart. I write about real life situations. It may be something I'm going through. It may be something I know somebody going through. So it's always heartfelt and touched.
Okay. Now I want to talk about the new single, Change. Now
Okay.
I listened to it. Now to me, and then this is a compliment. I got the Marvin Gaye vibe from it, bro. Like that laid back, you know what I'm saying? Just the way the beat was, and I got kind of Marvin Gaye vibe from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. That's where I want to go with it. That old school vibe, give it that old school soulful vibe, and
you definitely did that.
On it. Yeah,
you definitely did that. So where you going with this? What can we expect? I hear the single. So what's next? Video? Let's talk about where we're going with that. With Change. Where we're going with that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yes, we it's available everywhere. We done released it. It's out, iTunes, Amazon, everywhere, wherever you buy your music. The video coming real soon. We're shooting videos next week. That's me and my brother on the record. Another one of my brothers, my oldest brother, Brian. Man, he actually sings in a gospel group here from Miami. So I wanted to get him on something together. We hadn't did nothing together in all these years. So I wanted to do something that's another reason why this record is special to me, because it's me and my brother. We actually put that work in on this one. We always sang together at churches, events, at the house, in the studio playing, but this is a real song that me and my brother put out and released. And we want to do something to relate to the times, to everything that's going on, get people something everybody can relate to.
Right. So can we say Urban Mystic got another album coming right here? Is that why the single is thrown out there?
Most definitely.
All right.
Most definitely. The new album entitled Underrated coming this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I took the title from the fans. All my fans, everywhere I look, man, YouTube, Google, everywhere, everybody always say, man, Urban Mystic is so underrated, man. I say, you know what? That's gonna be my next album. I'm gonna write and produce that, man, and I'm gonna show them why I'm so underrated on it.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, I can see them saying that, bro, that you're underrated. But that's the people who don't have an ear on you. Because anybody, I've been to a few of your shows, you know that. Anybody who goes to the shows and see what you bring to the table, bro,
Yes, sir.
I feel like you get the credit you deserve in person. Now,
Oh yeah.
whoever's sleeping on you, that's their fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause you're in the
gonna
same
wake them
category.
up.
You're in the same category to me as like Anthony Hamilton, Maxwell, like that
Yes,
Neo.
sir. Yes, sir. And my brothers. Shouts out to my brothers.
Yeah, you're on that same category, bro, and that's some grooving ass music right there, bro. I ain't just saying that. I really mean that. That's some grooving
Man,
ass music right there.
appreciate that, my brother.
Yeah. So, what's next? What else can we expect from Urban Mystic? We got the new single, we got the new album coming. Anything that I left out that people need to know about? What else is Urban Mystic working on that maybe they need to know?
Oh man, we working, man. Definitely let you know that Urban Mystic now is his own independent artist. You know, we got Urban Life Music Group, my record label. I'm the CEO, my brother the president. And you know, we just moving, man, doing things. I got a shoe line that I'm getting ready to drop. My shoe, I'm jumping into the fashion. So y'all, you know, anybody know Urban Mystic, you know, I always been on some fashion type. So, you know, we jumping in. I got a shoe line that I'm gonna be presenting to y'all real soon. Man, we working, man. When my brother just put it on my table, man, he want to do a movie. So we're going to be working on the movie, man. A lot of them questions which you was asking, you know, to come up, how it started and everything, man. We got a story to tell. So
it's going to be more like a biopic?
No, more so like an actual movie. You know, we're going to get some actors, yeah. Yeah, we got some heavy hitters that we're gonna be needing to have acted out in this movie. So it's gonna be a real movie.
You gonna release it independent, or you gonna shop it around and go that route with it?
Well, I'll probably do the route first to see what it do. You know, it's my first time being in the movie game. I'm trying some of that lane, you know, but I definitely will be open to, you know, go to other routes, you know, Netflix and all that good stuff. So, you know, that's the beauty about being independent. You can play with so many options. So
right. True story. Well, my guy, Irv, man, thank you for tuning in, man. And before we go, give everybody your social media information: YouTube, Facebook, IG, Twitter, all that, so they can follow you, bro.
Oh man, most definitely. Follow me on Instagram at Urban Mystic #1. Urban Mystic #1 on Facebook, and same thing on Twitter, Urban Mystic #1. Y'all check me out. Follow me. I follow back. I talk back. I love y'all, man. My fans. Who you with?
I salute my guy, Urban Mystic, man. Thanks for tuning in. Much love, my guy. For sure.
My man, I'm all the pimp. Much love.